If you wanna know the real deal about the three, well, let me tell you with triple trouble, y'all. We're gonna bring you up to speed. Check it out.
Alright, so that's the Beastie Boys with Triple Trouble here on Liskeard Radio. This is the Foot Zone, which you'll only find on Liskeard Radio. And this is one of our special lockdown editions. And what a privilege it is to be able to do something creative during this very difficult lockdown time. I don't know about you, but I've got lockdown fatigue, man. I can't wait when we get to meet together, when we get to have live music together. But right now, I'm really grateful for the team at Liskeard Radio that's making these lockdown sessions available. And if you want to get involved, get in touch with us. If you want to come out and broadcast, record a show from home and send it in, that would be great. Get in touch with us via Facebook or the website. I'm going to play a Fish song for you in just a moment. You know, one of the great things about lockdown is people are still creating. They've got extra time to create. Fish have put out a new studio album called Sigma Oasis. I'm not going to play that one for you. If you ever listen to the Foot Zone, you know that I'm a big fan of the band Fish. You know, it's not Fish from Marillion Fish, that ice cream flavor, the Ben & Jerry's one in your store. So when your favorite band has an ice cream flavor named after them, then we can talk. Right, so I'm going to play you a Fish song called Uncle Pen. Actually, it's a cover song. It's an old country standard. It's been in the Fish rotation for a long time. This is a version from 1997 from a show in Ventura, California, which I was privileged to be at as a young man. I hope that you'll get up and dance and enjoy and kind of dust off some of that lockdown dust that's gathered up and enjoy this one. So here it is. Here's Fish with Uncle Pen here on the Foot Zone, only on Liskeard Radio. Enjoy, everybody, and have fun out there, okay? Take care. Be safe.
Yeah, Danny knows it's terrible news about the 90s night, but there's nothing we can do. Yeah, we'll rearrange it for later in the year when we know a bit more about the situation. But the good news is at least we're back on the air now. I'm looking forward to your show on Friday. Oh, Caleb's with you. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's brilliant news. Well, I'm just having breakfast, and I'm going to catch a bit of breakfast show in a minute, and I'll speak to you later, Danny. But yeah, I forgot to say about the 90s night. Phil Seaver, he said it's the best spreadsheet he's ever seen. So there you go. I'll catch you later. Yeah, Brian, hold on a minute, it's a bit noisy, it's doing the gas works. Hold on, we'll get a bit quieter. So that's great news then about all the licences are in place then, that's been a bit hectic, hasn't it? But that's great news. I got a couple of new DJs, really good demo from a guy called Greg and Jeffrey. So that's brilliant news. Also, we've been wanting to do a play for a long time, haven't we? Well, we've got a guy called Greg Winders from OMF Theatre. He does his play. So we've finally got a radio play. I think I've redone a few adverts. We need to talk to Alex about the accounts. Mark Calvert's done a really good job with the scheduling and also all the technical stuff. It's been a bit of a nightmare, and I believe your Mac won't work. Anyway, Brian, I'm going to have to go because I'm on the way to work. I've got to get bus in a minute. So I'll call you this afternoon. Nice one, guys. Yeah, I'm just at Aldi. I got my shopping. I'll call you back in a minute. Yeah, so yeah, it's great. I'm just updating the website now while I'm at work. Obviously, if the phone goes, I'm going to have to go back to work. But yeah, I've got all the new presenters on there. Yeah, let me know about those other new presenters and shows that we've got, and I'll put that on there. I'm bringing it all up to date now. Sorry, I'm going to have to get that. That's a client. Yeah, I'll call you back in a little bit. Yeah, thanks, Martin. Hello, not for profit. Liskeard Radio Online. Hello and welcome to the DJ Raw Programme show every 6 o'clock, Monday to Friday here on Liskeard Radio. We're back online. You can listen to us on www.liskeardradio.com. We will be back on the FM come Christmas as usual. Now don't forget, keep sending those requests in on Facebook, Twitter, and you can email us. The address is liskeardfmradio@gmail.com. I'd like to thank Barry for an excellent drive time. And don't forget, 8 o'clock coming up is Steve Hunt with Anthems in Eden. We're going to be keeping you up to date with all the latest coronavirus news and regulations. There's different rules in different shops and things like that, so stay tuned. All the information you can find on the website www.liskeardradio.com. Anyway, coming up on the show, we have a wide eclectic mix. We've got from Small Faces to Oasis, Hines to Hines, Beatles to Coral. We've got a bit of Liam Gallagher and plenty of local bands as well. We're going to be playing Velvet Echoes later on. But getting us off to a fine start, this is Russell Bell. He was Gary Newman's guitar player. He's now resident in Downderry, I believe. And this is his excellent solo single. It's called I'm Still Waiting. Sorry, I'm not waiting. Sorry, Russell. At least leave you away your full address. I lived 1,000 years. Yeah, so all in all, yeah, it's been a long day, but we're back on the air. That's fantastic. We can iron out all the little bits, that, you know, in the following days. But yeah, it's been great. All the DJs have been fantastic. Anyway, I need to get to sleep now. So yeah, that's great. Brilliant work, everyone. Yeah, cheers. I'll speak to you soon.
Official records that we've got here for the Jess and Simon Crosbie vinyl show. It is a shout out to Angus Crosbie. Of course, he is our baby, my cousin and Dad's baby nephew, and he just celebrated his 3rd birthday. We hope you had a lovely day. If we weren't in lockdown, we would be swimming, going to see the ponies on Dartmoor. We'd be playing hide and seek, and we'd probably be playing bikes outside. This next track is for you, and also a big shout out to your dad. It is a criminal offence in our family not to love this band. So here is a song for you, Angus, to celebrate your 3rd birthday. It's AC/DC.
You're listening to Liskeard Radio Online, and this is a new release, and glad you could join us for the lunch hour today during the lockdown. Okay, ready to do a bit of a special today, so of course we have to sanitise just to make sure that everything is nice and clean, because you know, you don't want germs all around. Right, today we're doing a VE Day special. So just going for the special connect button, we're just a few seconds off the time. Here we go.
Martin Calvert on Liskeard Radio.
You're listening to Liskeard Radio. Join us in a special lunch hour edition. Today the lunch hour is in celebration of the VE Day 75 years ago. 3 p.m. in the cabinet room. Over to the recording there. Churchill begins his broadcast to the nation. You're listening to the Classical Digest. Okay, just about ready to go online for our Classical Digest this morning. Your cultural alternative for a busy morning. Press the talk button. Keep your headphones on. Here we go. Good morning, one and all. This is quite a simple program, really. It's packed with music, and mostly it's from the great composer Ennio Morricone that died on Monday, aged 91. These tributes, but it's Once Upon a Time in America, which is one of my all-time favourite films because of the glorious score. We're going to start the program with one of those. This is a Danish National Symphony Orchestra and a suite from Once Upon a Time in America. Interesting piece for today. We're going to read out, I'm going to play out a little bit of an AI essay. Now this is GTP3, and this is a little bit creepy but really fascinating. Inspired by an unquenchable faith in their mission and alter the course of history. Liskeard News open as usual, and a little bit creepy but really interesting. So can I. Let's go to his little corner and 8th day.
Well, good afternoon. It's Steve Morgan here, alongside Pete Morgan. No relation, by the way, and it's a bit strange because although we are together, we're not together. We're in 2 different parts of Liskeard, and we are the only double act to do that on Liskeard Radio, with lots of technical help from Pete, who can explain how we did it.
But anyway, anyone who doesn't want to be on the documentary, you better look away from the radio now, because or just send me your permission if you're happy for us to use your faces there. But if you'd like to listen away from the radio, I'm just doing a little pan around. So there, and I've got my actually, I don't normally do this, but they're never going to know, are they, in the documentary? It's not like I'm telling anyone, but yeah, I've got my disco light on. Don't ask how I ended up with a disco light. It was all sort of back to a party, back along. It was one of those moments. We did a little fancy dress party at my house. This must be going back 2 or 3 years ago with some friends of mine, and we just dressed up as cartoon characters, and I thought, well, why not? I'll go and get myself a disco light for the house, and which is pretty cool, actually. It all worked very well until the one of my friends turned up with her collie dog, and another friend turned up with like this hat on. I can't remember what character she was, but she had this kind of decoration on the hat which flew everywhere. And my friend's dog is a collie, and she just goes nuts, as most people who know collies will know. They just chase anything they can absolutely find. And I'm just going to press this button here. So every time my friend danced in the living room under the disco lights, which was totally her right, that was the concept of the party in many ways, the dog would go ballistic. It was just barking because it was just trying to get hold of this decoration on the lady's hat. It was just going absolutely nuts and nuts. But it was a good party anyway. I remember it. It was all good memories. So, right, I'm just going to sort of pan around here. So if you're afraid to be on the documentary, like I say, you'll be able to turn back in a moment. It's all nice and safe for you. But I'm going to say Kalimera to my Greek listener. She is around tonight. I just had a message from her. She's about and she's online. I like your new hair, by the way. I don't know the Greek for new looking good with your new hair, but I'm sure it's something like gobbledygookedius, but something like that anyway. But Calipoli anyway. Let's say that. Let's say it was nice. You're looking good there. So I'm trying to remember your name now, Natalie. But yeah, trying to remember your name, Natalie. Okay. There we are. This is going to be quality Ambler tonight. I can just feel it. It's the excitement of having my lights on. That's what it is. Lights are on, but there's definitely nobody home tonight. I can tell you that. Anyway, right. Usual rules apply. Let us know what you've been up to. Any dedications or requests. Had the first one, which is actually for 2 ladies tonight. One is the my Scrabble friend. The other one is Natalie in Greece, and they both asked for Queen, which is quite handy because it saves me having to organise too much. So, answer basis, Queen's been requested twice.
Yes, hi, I'm Pete Morgan. Also, no relation. What a coincidence. And there's Steve down there on my laptop. And I hope you can see him waving there. And this is our amazing two-man studio that we've got here. You can see the mixer desk. From that one, we have Steve's microphone going into it, my little microphone going into it, and the music going into it. And the music... You might wonder, what have we got here? What sophisticated system is playing our tunes? Well, it's this. It's my old smartphone. And I've got all the songs that we're using on there. And all I have to do is press a button and...
If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast.
It's that simple. The other advantage of this system is, if I really need to, when Steve makes one of his absolutely terrible jokes, I can turn it off. Although, of course, I'm sure he's not going to do that this morning, are you, Steve?
I don't do jokes. I do history, Peter.
Okay.
History is my thing. And I was reading last week about King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. Do you know who the biggest knight was on the Round Table?
I don't, and I'm going to regret asking.
Circumference, obviously.
Oh.
But why? Why? Now, this is a science question for you now, Pete. Why was circumference the biggest knight?
I don't know.
Because he ate too much pie.
Oh, if I was a pirate, I'd go R. No, I'd go R squared, wouldn't I?
That's what they should in Aragast, don't they? So there we are.
Oh, it's 2 pi r for circumference, isn't it? Yeah, I nearly got that wrong. Okay, so what we did with our two-man show was Steve would send me in his list of songs and I'd have my list of songs, and we'd have a few sort of quirky things that would happen. Steve would frequently come up with some extraordinary pieces of music which were covers of well-known ones. I don't know if any of you listened to those, but what was your favourite awful one that we had, Steve?
I think my favourite one of all time is William Shatner, who, as we know, is Captain Kirk, singing Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. He put so much passion into it, and it was beyond dreadful. But it came out of dreadful into just brilliant. Second was, we didn't play this one, but they did an album, him and Dr. Spock, and Leonard Nimoy sings If I Had a Hammer, which is also awful. But and then we had a version of Dexy's Midnight Runners singing Touraye, which I don't think anybody should ever cover. But then we moved on, didn't we, into some covers are actually better than the original one.
Yeah.
And I think probably my favourite now is the classic, really, is Leonard Cohen, him with the beret and the awful hat and the Gauloises, wrote Hallelujah. But of course, Jeff Buckley, I think, is the man for that, really. Just the best song ever.
Although I do like Leonard Cohen's version, but maybe it's
good. It is good.
Yeah. Right. So what else can we tell people about from our amazing double act? We spent a lot of time talking about the stuff that was going on during lockdown, of course, because the church was doing quite a lot then, wasn't it, to keep people going?
We were trying to do a lot of stuff, and we still are, actually. And of course, they were partially out of lockdown. We're still not really, but we were doing lots of stuff with food, helping people who couldn't, delivering food who couldn't get out for themselves, delivering shopping, medication, whatever else it might be, do not super friending. We had a pastoral team, all sorts of stuff going on, really, just to try and ease the burden. Because, of course, those of us who maybe are healthy, maybe have a bit financially okay, it's easy to cope with, or not easier to cope with. But the more difficulties you've got in life, the harder it comes when your support structure goes. And we were trying to do whatever we could to fill that gap, really.
And of course we had the quizzes, did we not? We did an online live pub quiz on Saturday nights, and people were really joining in from all over. We even had people mixing together on Zoom to take part, and one call came in that said, Hola from Spain, we've got family in High Lux Street, which was really exciting, and lots of people around the country joined in with it as well. They were a lot of hard work, but we did 10 of them, which meant with all the rounds we had, that was 600 quiz questions went out live, which was fun.
It was great, and we had Poland, somebody from America. So Liskeard went, as it should do. Our wonderful town went international. We are the centre of the universe, and Liskeard Radio, as we know, is the beacon in the middle of the centre of the universe. So there we are. What a privilege to do a double act for such an amazing institution as Liskeard Radio.
And we're looking forward to coming back next Christmas, I do believe. I'm not sure when this is going out, but if it's gone out after Christmas, this will be a rather irrelevant part of the programme, and Paul will edit it out. But we're looking forward to coming back at Christmas and doing our double act again, but this time from one studio, which will make life technically a little bit easier and a little bit less chaotic.
Worse for people to listen to, I'd imagine, because people will just endlessly waffle and play music to stop us from talking too much. But anyway, it's great. It's been great to work with Pete, who, as I said, is no relation. Look at him, you can tell. You can decide which one of us is the prettiest. Answers not on a postcard, please.
Well, thanks very much. I hope you've enjoyed that. And I'll just play out with one more of our astonishing jingles. I think we were the only ones as well who made our own incredibly sensible jingles. And so here is this one.
Not that we ever blow our own trumpet, Pete, do we?
I've reversed the polarity on the audio input module.
But that will play everything backwards. That's ridiculous.
Exactly. Start the show.
Put it back.
Oh, all right. There you are, spoil sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Steve and Pete Morgan on
Liskeard Radio Online.
And as we always said, it's goodbye from me.
And it's good night from him.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
I reckon that will be fine.